Look how cool this is. We've got some little chibis with Zach. So I'm really excited for this because I haven't really gotten to hear much of these two outside of the game or anything. Because they haven't really been in anything. We've had dev streams for most of it. So let me see. I'm scared. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Greetings, travelers, and welcome to the Genshin Impact version 3.2 special program. I'm your host, Zach Aguilar, the voice of the male traveler, Ether, and today I'm joined by...
I've been waiting for you for ages.
Hey everyone, I'm Kimberly Ann Campbell, and I voice Lesser Lord Kusanali, aka Nahida.
I love
This is my
her.
first ever special program, and I can't wait to explore the upcoming content with all of you.
What's up, everybody? My name is Alejandro Saab, and I'm the voice of Cyno. Hopefully everyone's gotten to know Cyno a little better during this version, and we've still got plenty of Cyno coming our way in the upcoming version too.
And I'm sure lots of travelers are super excited to see what version 3.2 has in store for us. So let's jump right in and start with our new version trailer.
Let's do it!
This is so exciting. I'm scared. I did do the codes.
We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. We have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by?
Ooh.
Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us.
Amazing.
That's her inside the
So
sanctuary?
this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. Yeah!
I love her so much.
Hey! Make yourself at home! Yeah! But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling.
And her.
Is it too late for an extension? Ha! Not now. Stars, shine for me.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh, God.
So, you think this is over?
Oh, he's like plugged in. Oh.
Wait. No. I can't.
Oh, no.
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
Oh, that looks so cool,
The
though.
Balladeer has already become a god?
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of Wisdom.
I love this. We've seen like a tiny piece of this. This is incredible.
At my command, you shall fall.
This looks
My
like a WoW
endless
raid.
cycle begins. Your ploy was to sacrifice the traveler here, was it not?
Nilou, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I must admit that I'm a little scared. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I love that they're all still in it.
Hytham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
More Dia, more Cyno.
Let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Quasar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
Creating a god. We are using human wisdom to create a god. Let us reenact the scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
This looks even cooler than I expected. All I'd seen was that. That's insane. That looks like a WoW raid. Like, it's huge. Yes, I did claim the codes. Don't worry, I'm gonna skip past them now. Tors put them in the Discord, so I think I claimed them like last night. Okay. Oh my god.
We've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
Fuck, sorry, come back. I'll just leave her there. Dull Blade's still OP, yeah.
So, we've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
We have got a lot of
after
To
experiencing
unpack.
the Sub-Zeru's festival, Samsara, and surviving our
Uh-huh.
journey through the desert, we'll finally get
Uh-huh.
to the riveting end of the Sumeru Archon quest in version 3.2.
Oh
Picking
my
up right
God.
where we left off, the Traveler is teaming up with some amazing characters to face the Academia and rescue Sumeru's Archon.
Good.
But
Yes.
I'm sure the first thing everyone's wondering is how we're going to save the Dendro Archon.
Well, we gotta fight
Oh, for
him
sure.
in that thing.
Nahida's been locked up by the doctor inside the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's not like we can just go walking in there. And on top of that, we're dealing with 2 of the Fatui Harbingers now. We've got the Balladeer in his super powerful looking boss form,
Insane.
as well as the doctor, who seems to be a real tricky one to predict. I'm not gonna lie, the Traveler really has his hands full with this one.
Yeah,
This is
definitely a
nuts.
tricky situation.
Totally. And besides these 2 Harbingers, we can be sure the Grand Sage will also be on his guard.
Oh, fuck
But hey,
yeah.
with the help of 2 insiders like Sino
Yes.
and Alhaitham,
More
we
Alhaitham,
might
please.
just have a way into the Academia.
Well, as the General Mahamatra, Sino also has his own agenda. After being tracked and predicted by the Academia for all these years, this might just be his chance to settle the score.
Yeah, he's pissed.
And if we're hoping to truly save Sumeru, we'll definitely need the power of the Dendro Archon to help us.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't wait to see how everyone's hard work and coordination plays out.
where are my frames going? Come back, frames. No. No. Come back. What is it doing? Stop it. Are we back to normal? God damn it. Stop dropping frames. I'm trying to watch the program. Glad I didn't do this live. And that it didn't do that during the massive fight thing. Alright. I'm going again. Stop breaking.
I don't know about you guys, but besides saving Nahida, I'm also curious how we're going to save Irminsul.
Uh-huh.
Plus, we still don't know the meaning behind the words that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata left us. World, forget me.
Well, travelers will be able to
Hey, Dan,
personally
what's up?
unravel the answers to all these questions in their own journeys
I
through
don't
version
know.
3.2.
You know, I'm actually kind of curious what the future for Sumeru will be once they get through all of this and, well, you know, what will happen to the crew we've been working with along the way.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
can't see them
same.
behind the captions.
I just hope things will work out for everyone affected by Elazar, like Dunyarzad and Kale.
Yeah.
Oh, and we can't forget the desert dwellers who have been mistreated all these years. There's a lot that needs to
Yep.
change for them, too.
Right.
Yep.
So be sure not to miss Chapter 5 of the Archon Quest. Akasha pulses, the Kulpa flame rises.
Act 5.
It'll be
Chapter
quite the
3,
ride,
Act
and I
5.
hope everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah, and of course, the end of this quest won't be the end of everyone's journey in Sumeru. There are still many puzzles and mysteries waiting to be solved. Whether it's Lesser Lord Kusanali, the Doctor, or the Balladeer.
Oh, this is nutty.
I think there still might be lots of unexpected things waiting to be uncovered.
Yes,
That was insane.
It's
I
gonna
might
be
rewatch it.
awesome.
Okay,
so-
so now that we've talked about some of the storyline,
Yes.
maybe we can talk about that massive
Yes.
mechanical-looking puppet we've seen. That's
It
the
looks
god
so
that the
good.
Academia
In
has been
motion.
creating.
That's right. And now that you mentioned it, let's talk about the Balladeer boss battle.
This is insane.
This boss looks tough. The Doctor must have put a lot of his energy into this.
Yeah, the Balladeer has lots of strong and awesome looking abilities, so why don't we start by checking out some gameplay from the new boss battle?
Oh my god,
Sounds
yes,
good.
please.
Woo!
Woo. Oh. Do you see what I mean? This looks like a WoW raid. There. No, that's Hydro. He's got every element. What is that little bunny thing? He's got Cryo, Hydro, Electro. No Animo, though. Oh, there's things on the floor that have elements. This music is sick. What is that little doodah? It looks like some kind of dendro stamina thing. It's got like a little power up. I don't know what that is. There's Animo. Oh, sick. This is so good. There's so many little bits that I don't
Just
recognize.
look at the size of it. Pretty sure this boss is going to push travelers to the limit.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. I mean, that thing is huge. And come to think of it, this is like the third Fatui Harbinger boss battle we've had. They really keep stepping up the art and design every time. It's so awesome.
Yeah, it is. I suppose.
It's so cool.
This is an ultra-powerful puppet we're going up against here. So we're talking huge attacks and epic moves. Let's break it down a bit. In the first phase of the battle, the balladeer will use his massive arms to attack everyone. The arms are capable of utilizing different elemental powers, and there are several types of abilities, including attacks that create fields of burning or freezing effects on the ground.
Oh, you know what? This fight kind of reminds me of when we fight ruin guards. I think we'll have to come up with a way to paralyze it.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
And you might have noticed there are some arcane formations on the ground, so activating those might trigger some interesting effects.
Oh, so they're for
And
me,
I bet
not
a
an
lot of
indication.
people are wondering what that thing is floating next to us.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, is kind of cute.
What is it?
Maybe it's a Paimon reskin.
Sorry, but no. Not only is it super cute, but
Is
it's
it something
also
that
super
she
powerful.
gives us?
Travelers will need to charge energy for
Yeah,
this little
it's-
helper
I
and
did
use
say
its special
energy
skill
charge.
to counter the boss in battle.
So
A
it's just for that
helper in a
fight?
boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not Paimon.
Ouch.
Once the balladeer has transformed into this massive form, our
with
usual
legs.
attacks won't deal any tangible damage to him.
Oh.
So, the only thing capable of breaking through his defenses will be our little helper that we just mentioned. There will even be some moments in the fight where travelers will need to use an aiming mode to attack the boss's weak points.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, who would have guessed that little thing would be so important against a boss the size of the balladeer?
I know, right? They also use some amazing special effects for all of the balladeer's moves. Speaking of which, the
know it
cosmic
was. Yeah,
appearance,
burn.
the spacey special effects of his skills really kind of remind me of the Raiden Shogun skills.
Ah, you're right.
Wow.
And seriously,
Yeah.
I can't wait to check out this new boss fight.
He's
I'm so
got so
hyped.
many elements involved.
So now that we've covered the new boss
That's what
battle,
looks
I
terrifying.
think it's time to introduce the first of our new playable characters coming in version 3.2.
I'm getting her, 100%.
Let's welcome Lesser Lord Kusanali,
It's
aka
like Zenyatta, but the
Nahida.
designers were on LSD.
Yay!
Yeah.
Finally!
After everything we've
Nahida.
experienced in the story so far, I think Nahida's already like a good friend to us.
I love her
It's
so
seriously
much.
so crazy what
So
we've been
cute.
through.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Zach. Okay, so throughout our journey, maybe everyone's already noticed some of the unique, yeah, let's call it that, unique metaphors that Nahida likes to use. And yeah, they can be pretty out there.
Are they talking about the poop
Or
thing again?
sometimes she'll use really childlike language to describe some deep or profound idea.
Poop again.
But the truth is, she has yet to set foot in the outside world since she was born. To her, all the knowledge that she has in her mind is like pieces of scenery that she's never seen with her own eyes.
Totally. It's really hard to imagine that the god of wisdom had been locked up for 500 years. Just makes me upset just thinking about it.
But I'm sure everything will
She's
work out
baby.
sooner or later.
If travelers would like to spend more time with Nahida, then be
Story
sure to check out
quest!
Nahida's story quest,
Yeah!
Sapientia or Mastes chapter. The quest will be available upon completing the Sumeru Archon quest. So be
Aw.
sure to check out the quest to learn more.
It's nice that we'll get to spend more time with her. But I want to see Nahida in battle. What you got for us, Kimberly?
Oh, I've got lots to share.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, let's have a quick peek at Nahida in action.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. Grow!
Yeah, her stuff kind of resembles the squares from like
Temple
the
of Wisdom.
nurseries that you find. That I love. That's insane. It's like Mona's but on steroids. The swing.
Wow.
She's so cute!
Look at her.
I love her!
Aw, little Nahida is so cute. I love how she hops around when she's fighting. Oh, and her swing too.
I love the
So,
swing.
what's that skill that looks like she's using a viewfinder or something? That seems pretty different.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with her viewfinder-ish kind of skill, which is actually her elemental skill. As a
Okay.
catalyst user,
Yeah.
Nahida's combat style is
Catalyst.
pretty unique.
Okay. Yeah.
You may
that's
cast
what
her
we thought.
elemental skill by tapping the skill button, or you may hold the button to enter an aiming mode. Opponents who are selected while aiming will be linked by Nahida's special mark. After you trigger elemental reactions on opponents who are linked, and when they take damage from dendro cores, Nahida will unleash Tri-Karma Purification, dealing dendro damage.
Whoa, this is so cool. Yeah, I love how
I
it's
love
like
it.
connecting the enemies together.
Yeah.
Outside of combat, Nahida can use her elemental skill and enter the aiming mode we just mentioned to interact with certain harvestable items, allowing her to collect items directly to the inventory from a distance.
Oh, that's so
wait.
useful.
Being able to harvest materials like that is gonna be so cool.
That's fantastic.
That'll really save us some
Love
time.
that.
Yeah. This skill may also have some additional uses, so travelers will have to give it a try themselves and see.
Ooh, okay.
So just try it on
Nahida's
different
elemental
things.
burst is where things get really interesting. Upon unleashing her burst, Nahida manifests the Court of Dreams, expanding a
this.
special field.
That's pretty amazing. The effect really does look like some royal court or palace.
Yeah. Different effects will be produced based on whether there are pyro, electro, and hydro characters in the party. While Nahida is within the special field, a pyro member in the party will increase the damage of Tri-Karma Purification. An electro party member will decrease the intervals at which Tri-Karma Purification is triggered, and a
So
hydro
different-
party member will cause
Yeah.
the duration of the field to be increased.
Good.
If there
My
are at
main
least
party
two
is
party members of
electro,
the
pyro,
elemental
and
types I
hydro.
just mentioned, then the effects will be increased further.
Whoa, this is blowing my
Poke at me,
mind right
Bryden.
now. We'll really have to focus on which effects we want to achieve. Put some thought into our team's composition.
Right? A key thing to remember is that these effects can be triggered while Nahida is not on the battlefield, as long as the active character remains in the special field radius.
With Nilu, yeah.
Nice. Also,
cool.
in addition to Nahida, we
I like
have
it.
one other character joining us in version 3.2.
I love
That's
her.
right. She
I love
is
the
a
design.
very peculiar academia student.
And her voice is
Her name is
cute.
Layla. Most
love
days,
Layla.
she looks super tired and anxious, which seems to be a direct result of her relentless struggle with her studies.
Yeah.
I love her-
And
her
not
outfit
only is she
design
frail
and
and
her hair.
anxious looking, but she also studies astrology. So it's no
Yes.
wonder people around her might consider her a little
She
strange
hydrate.
and
No, she's
mysterious.
cryo.
And even though she's always
Yeah, I want
groaning about
her.
her studies,
I want her.
most of Layla's research work is
Mhm.
actually fine overall. It's just her lack of confidence that's really holding her back. And that's when her unusual ability comes into play.
And her ability is sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking.
Yeah. While she is sleeping, Layla unleashes her true self, allowing her to regain the confidence she needs and activate the talents and strengths she's had all along. As soon as she starts sleepwalking, her unfinished papers no longer seem like the monumental tasks they were, and she completes them in no time.
This is definitely something only
love
Layla
her.
can do. Our viewers shouldn't try to do this with their own homework. But does Layla have any idea what happens when she's sleepwalking? I mean, does
She's
she
so
know that she has
pretty.
this ability?
She seems to be aware of it. The papers are obviously full of her handwriting, after all. But there have been some weird instances. For example, once during crunch time while researching, she sleepwalked and climbed the wall of Salmio, and then randomly bumped into Candace. Such
Oh,
weird
no.
occurrences have made her start to wonder what's really going on.
And aside from her sleepwalking, just like any other student, Layla has many typical things that she hopes to achieve, as
She's
well
so
as some
pretty.
regrets.
Ah.
She wants to be able to make friends and go out and have fun.
Mhm.
But it seems like she'll never be able to do any of that until she graduates.
And actually, I'm guessing that she uses her sleepwalking abilities in combat too, right?
You bet.
I love all
Let's have a
her,
look at Layla
the
in
icons.
combat.
Sweet.
Even when we're not looking up at the stars,
The design of her is
they're
lovely.
always there. Watching us.
Oh, I love her.
Stars.
Mhm.
Stars, shine for me.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Gorgeous. Yeah.
It almost looks like she's sleeping while being protected by the shield.
This shield not only protects Layla, but also
She's
creates
got
night
the
stars while
shield.
it is active. When a
And,
character
yeah.
protected by the shield uses an elemental skill, more night stars will be created. Once
Ooh.
4 night stars have been accumulated,
it's a
they will
charge.
transform into homing shooting stars, dealing damage to any opponent's hit.
Ooh.
Night Stars. I love how her skills have a starry theme. It ties into her studies.
I love her.
Yeah, throughout the skill's duration, each time a Night Star is accumulated, the shield strength will increase. This effect can stack up to a maximum of 4 times.
Pre-farm for both of these two.
Layla's elemental burst unleashes a dream sphere that
As much as
constantly
possible,
fires
anyway.
starlight slugs at opponents within its AoE, while
Starlight
also
slugs.
generating Night Stars
Perfect.
for Layla's shield.
Beautiful.
As a talented
I
Ratala
love how
student,
it looks.
Layla also comes in handy when crafting. When Layla crafts character
Crafting.
talent materials, she has a set chance to receive double the product.
Nice.
Sweet. Anyway, when can travelers expect to see these new characters available in-game?
Great question. That brings us to
Yoimiya.
our new event wishes. In
Cool,
the
cool,
early
cool.
part of version 3.2, Nahida and Yoimiya will be available.
All right.
In the later part of the version, we'll be seeing rerun event wishes for Yaimiko and Tartaglia, and Layla will become available for the first time. Also,
Okay, well,
a new
I'll put on the
5-star
eyes
weapon,
then.
1,000 Floating Dreams, will be
That's
appearing
easy.
in the new weapon event wish.
Oh, nice.
I don't mind if I accidentally
By the
get
way,
Yai.
I've heard that Layla's been getting ready recently to participate in Sumeru's Beast Tamer tournament. But before we get into that, I think it's time for us to take another break. We'll be back with the latest info on events coming in the version update.
I know what you're thinking. It's time for redemption code.
I love Sino.
You guys get it?
Boo.
No.
All right, that's enough.
Boo.
I love Alejandro. He's so funny. Lippy, thank you so much for the 4 months. Poor Yoimiya, bad banner timing again. EA for 4 months. Yeah, putting her on with the Archon is a bit of an ouch. So my priority, I think, is like Nahida, Layla. If I get Yai by accident, then fine. But Yoimiya, I'm not going to end up with Yoimiya. I'm not. Okay, I'm going to skip this now. All right. Yes, I did do the code yesterday, and I think they're all gone now. Okay, let me get to before it.
New special program, everyone.
Ah, there we go. Better, fixed it.
Welcome back to the version 3.2 special program, everyone.
Ooh,
Next,
Dory?
we'll take a look at some of the new events for the coming update.
Is that
An
a free
amazing
Dory?
fungus competition is about to begin in the lands of
Goddamn
Sumeru.
mushrooms, man.
Not only has it attracted local competitors from Sumeru, but also spectators from other nations.
Fungus competition? How does that even work? Aren't fungi dangerous? They're always attacking us in the wild.
I love her. She's
I
fantastic.
know it sounds a little weird, but you'll love it. In this contest, participants will use a special gadget called a Wisdom Orb to catch
more
and
gadgets,
train their
okay.
fungi and participate in battle events. Although the fungi often pose as little troublemakers for us in the wild, using this gadget will allow travelers to establish a certain level of communication with them.
Okay, so if I catch and train a Jade Plume Terror Shroom, then I should be pretty much unstoppable, right?
Oh no, come on, that wouldn't be fair.
In this event, travelers will be able to sneak up on fungi in some certain areas to catch them. Unfortunately, the Jade Plume Terror Shroom is not one of those areas,
I'm
Kimberly.
gonna suck at this, but it's cute.
If you end up startling them, they'll flee until they are outside a set distance.
After
just had
catching
a-
different kinds of
an
fungi,
event like that,
you can
right?
follow Paimon's suggestion and give them cute names. But most importantly, you will have to train your fungi.
You can name them.
That
Oh,
sounds
it's
fun.
Pokemon.
Travelers will
Fungus
have to
Pokemon.
use special floral jelly ingredients to mix and form blends that your fungi enjoy and unlock their true potential. While mixing ingredients, you use copy, switch, and rotate functions. And place a
Jellies.
preset formula you have in the
This is cute. I
corresponding
like
spot.
it.
Oh,
Okay.
looks kind of like jelly.
Yeah,
I bet
jelly.
Paimon's gonna be all over that.
Hey, Paimon wouldn't ever do that. Zach. Oh my god.
Well, I can tell why you didn't book that role.
And with all these different kinds of fungi,
That was
they should
fantastic.
have different abilities, right?
I love them so
Yeah,
much.
so to work on their abilities, we'll use something called the Special Training Mode. In this
Okay.
mode, there will be 2 challenge
It is
types,
Pokemon.
coordinated
for
assaults
mushrooms.
and zone defense. Travelers
Okay.
will be able to command their fungi's abilities, have them
Yep.
coordinate their attacks against a
Yep,
single target,
Pokemon.
and control them to defend the ley
Poke
line
shrooms.
monolith.
Oh, they're so cute. This is gonna be so much
Hey,
fun.
Ferret,
I
yeah.
can't wait.
This looks strange.
neither. As for
Just
the
Pokemon.
rewards, in addition to Primo Gems and various materials, once
Yeah,
travelers
just
have reached a
Primos.
certain phase
I'll
of
do
the
it.
event,
You know.
they will also be able to summon the great and almighty
Oh,
merchant,
A
Dory.
free Dory.
And
Free Dory.
Layla will be appearing in the event storyline, as well as a familiar visitor from another nation.
Mona?
Any idea who it could be?
Mona?
Supposedly a fun guy. Hmm?
Oh, okay, all right. It's
Okay, I see what you did there. I respect
sounded
it.
more Elmo than.
Let's
than
leave
Paimon.
that
You
for
did.
travelers to discover themselves in the event.
Come on, guys, fun guy.
Okay, next up we have a
Everyone's
change of
just
pace
sick of
with an
him, I love it.
all-new Trials event. For this event, travelers
Okay.
will have to use characters' special abilities to complete specific objectives. For example, you may have to knock slimes into the goal by triggering an overloaded reaction with Yen
This
Fei's
looks
and
cool.
Klee's attacks, or use Yelan's elemental skill to
Oh,
move
Lieben, the
quickly
Elvis guy.
and dodge giant pinballs. Here are some others. Use
That'd be
Xiao's
cool.
plunging attack to send platforms back to the ground, or use Beto's elemental skill to hit the ball.
Sick. Okay.
This sounds like some pretty unusual training.
Yeah, this
and
looks
to
kinda
make things
cool.
even more interesting,
Interesting.
this event will support co-op gameplay.
Oh,
I can see that.
this sounds like it'll be a lot of fun to watch. But what about objectives for characters that maybe we haven't unlocked yet?
No worries, we got you covered. All the corresponding characters will be provided as trial characters in the challenges.
If you don't have them, you can use trials.
In addition
Fine.
to these
All right.
events, version 3.2 will also
yeah.
feature an event for our players to put their skills to the test.
Oh, crap.
This time, we'll have a new edition of the Hypostatic Symphony event.
Nice.
I don't
so,
know that.
what
Well, I
changes
can
can
see that
travelers
it's
expect this time around?
Hypostasis.
The most
but-
notable change, of course, will be the
Yeah.
addition of the new Dendro Hypostasis.
So I assume
That's right,
that's
the
going to be
last
for
member
Nahida.
of the Hypostasis family will be officially landing in version 3.2.
I
Besides
was like,
serving as
boss
a new
materials.
open-world boss,
Yeah.
the Dendro Hypostasis will also be busy performing alongside
Busy.
its fellow Hypostases in the Hypostatic Symphony event.
This time around, travelers will be facing challenges featuring
I've
the
never done
Dendro,
this. I don't know
Cryo,
what this is.
Pyro, and
You just
Hydro
fight it
Hypostases.
and do things?
Before
Okay.
each challenge, travelers may select a buff effect to use.
Okay.
However, as you increase the difficulty, the number of uses will decrease and the enemies will become more challenging. So
Oh,
it'll be
okay.
super important for travelers to plan the right moment to use these effects.
So what options do we have once we
Looks
run out
tough.
of buffs?
Travelers will still be able to use food and potions from their inventory.
okay.
If you're aiming to just collect all the Primo Gem rewards, then don't worry. You won't need to up the difficulty too much.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
Whew.
Yeah.
I, for one, will definitely not be upping the difficulty.
Okay.
And
The first
just
one was
like
co-op.
before, you may
Oh.
tackle the
There you go.
challenges together with your friends once
And the
they
new
have
one is
joined your
co-op
world.
also.
Great. We can help each other out.
Oh, yeah.
Now that we've
Cool,
covered the
okay.
challenge event, let's take a quick
That must have
look
been a
at a
while
couple
back.
more casual events coming our way in the new update.
Please, casual
First,
events. Thank
we'll
you.
be finding inspiration for an illustrator in the Outside the
Photography
Canvas
event.
Inside the Lens event. And
I
once
like these,
again,
this is
we'll be
cute.
working together with Lieben in Marvelous Merchandise.
Lieben!
It's also worth mentioning
Yeah.
here that some optimizations have been
That's
made for the
Lieben,
photo
okay.
event this time around. Everyone will be able to select from some preset angles and can make use of the rotate and focus functions to take better pictures.
That's great.
While you're out taking pictures, you may run into some interesting storylines along the way. So
Ooh,
be
they
sure
put
not to
story
miss
in it?
Outside the Canvas, Inside the Lens.
Man, I
exciting.
love these kinds of events. Sign me up.
Yeah, me too. In
Teapot,
addition to
teapot.
all these new events, we also have some news on system-related updates and optimizations. I'm really excited about the first of these, which is regarding the Serenity Pot. Starting with version 3.2, the Serenity Pot will be adding the long-awaited replication system.
Wow, that's super amazing.
Yeah. This feature will allow travelers to use sharing codes to bring designs from other travelers' teapots and implement them in their own, or share their own teapot designs.
So is that
I
like
know
the
there may
dream
be some
codes in
travelers
Animal
out there who
Crossing?
have seen some amazing teapot designs that they've wanted to also create themselves,
Yeah.
but didn't have the ability or time to make it. With this new
Oh.
function, travelers will be able to bring that creativity back to their own teapot or share their
So
creativity
it's
with
like
others.
you're
Get ready
making
to
your
hit up
teapot
your
into a
friends with
template?
amazing teapot skills.
Oh, I can't wait to see everyone sharing their designs, especially with me.
Which brings us to our final update to share with
Okay,
everyone.
interesting.
This one is regarding the game's available languages.
I wouldn't end up using
Starting
it.
with version 3.3, which will be the update following this
Following
one,
this one.
Genshin Impact will be adding Turkish and Italian to the game language settings.
They
So,
didn't have
players
Italian?
who'd prefer to see the game's text and UI in those languages can look forward to that.
The team truly hopes that travelers from
Copy-paste,
all over the
yeah.
world can enjoy the game and start their own journeys through the world of Tibet.
For further details, please check Genshin Impact's official channels and keep an eye out for future announcements and info.
Wow, we've covered a ton of stuff. Seriously, it's a lot to take in.
For sure. So now is probably a great time for our last redemption code.
Oh yeah, let's go.
These do not work anymore. Do not put them in. She's so pretty. I love her design. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't already have those languages, considering the number they did already have. Let's see where we get to. Okay, I'll leave her up there. I really want her. I'm going to have to pull on Yai's banner because I think she's gorgeous.
Well, everyone, I think we've covered just about everything coming our way in version 3.2, which means we've arrived at the end of our special program.
That's the whole thing.
This was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we covered a ton of stuff.
Ton of stuff.
So much stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So many events too.
They fit a lot in.
The thing that I'm most excited about is, of course,
the story.
Nahida playable character, Nahida playable character, Nahida playable character.
Nahida playable
Obviously.
character.
Nice.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely the Balladeer. Dude,
That was
it
insane.
looked so
Yeah.
insane.
Absolutely.
I have no idea how I'm gonna do that.
I feel the same as him.
No, for me, oh my gosh, so many things. Battling the Dendro hypostasis, and of course the fabulous fungus frenzy. Getting my little fungi and battling with them. And, you know, the teapot, the Serena teapot, I'm so behind on my teapot, so I can't wait to
You gotta get on it.
hopefully
Zach,
get some
come
designs
on.
from others,
So
or at
your
least, you know,
teapot
get some inspiration from getting another teapot design.
And just as we mentioned earlier, even though the Sumeru Archon quest will be reaching its final chapter here, it most definitely won't be the end of our journey in Sumeru. In our story this time, we'll be encountering some interesting and mysterious content, and I hope it will be an amazing experience for all of our travelers. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon be with all of you.
See you in game, everyone. Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
I love them. No, don't give me another video. That was so cute. Have my face back. Oh my god, that was so cool. I'd seen like the image of the boss fight, but in motion, it looks mental. The effects are insane. The music was insane. I love Allure, but not sure how she'll play. I kind of don't care. She looks like a cross between, yeah, like Diona and Mona in terms of stuff that she does. I'm getting her anyway. She's beautiful. It's the same as people weren't sure about Kokomi, but I got her anyway. It was a good show. It was. I'm glad they didn't kind of add too much extra stuff, but they shoved in a bunch of events, so we've got quite a few events. I'm really happy with that. That looks really good. The story looks like, oh, holy fuck, pretty much. Yeah. I might end up watching that first part again, the actual trailer for the whole boss fight and the story stuff, because that was so insane. Like, I was just speechless trying to watch it because it was cooler than I expected it to look. As a whole thing. I was worried it was going to be like, here's this big thing, but it looks kind of like, not physically hollow, but feels kind of hollow. It looks just, yeah. I'm not ready to fight that thing. I'm scared. Although the problem is, if that's so the hypostasis is going to be an open world boss, so he's going to be weekly boss, right? Which means that it's probably going to be for any of these new characters, which sucks, which means I will have to keep fighting him. Oh, so annoying. But at least last time Yaimiko came round, I did a bit of pre-farming for her, so I think I have all of the open world boss stuff for her. So I won't have to pre-farm for her much if I decide to get her, well, if I accidentally get her when I'm trying to get Layla. So, we'll see. Once again, Yoimiya, why did they put her there? This is very unfortunate for Yoimiya. I don't know what else they could have put in, though. Cube will just be, yeah, Cube is just open world boss like the other cubes. Yeah. Oh, God, weekly boss. That looks terrifying. I already find, like, the two most recent weekly bosses are like, oh, God. Yaimiko pairs up so well with Dendro. Yeah, that's what Tortoise keeps telling me. Because their Yai is quite well built. And yeah, seems to be quite good with the old Dendro. With like Collet and stuff. Oh, I'm excited. I'm really excited for that. That's so cool. Okay, thank you all for watching it with me. Hype. I have so much hype. I have so much hype.